Oh, howdy all, grab yourself a beer, it's time for some Path of Exile discussion. Today, I wanted to continue a series I've been doing looking at endgame unique items, and given that 3.15 is just starting as you see this, I wanted to cover an item that has had a tremendous improvement with 3.15. Now, Crest of Desire hasn't been changed itself, it's still exactly the same item it used to be. But what makes this so much better now is that basically with the support gem rework, the opportunity cost of using a skill in this helmet is much lower than it used to be. So with all of the support gems in the game pretty much getting nerfed considerably, the Crest of Desire becomes more favourable because it's still going to be at its old power, and it was designed to compete with 6 links in the old system of support gems. So let's have a quick look at what it does. It has only one socket, plus 5 to 8 to the level of socketed gems. If you're putting a gem into it that scales a lot with gem level, and you probably should, then this is going to be something you're going to want to have at 8. 30 to 50% to quality of socketed gems. This is really significant with a lot of alternate quality gems, and a couple of normal gems as well. So keep this in mind as a little bit of a bonus. It's probably less important than the 8 to the level of socketed gems. And then we have socketed gems deal double damage. So what you're looking at here is if you're using a skill like, for instance, Exsanguinate, that gains a lot from having 8 additional gem levels, then you might be looking at plus 120% more damage from those 8 gem levels. Then you're getting whatever the effective 50 quality is. Then you're getting socketed skills always deal double damage. This is really good. As for drawbacks, you can't use it in conjunction with any support gems that modify the function of the gem and modify the way that it projects damage. So for instance, I don't think you would want to use this with Exsanguinate in a lot of cases because you're only able to self-cast it, and I feel that Exsanguinate is best when it's used either as a triggered gem or as a mine. However, if you're intending to self-cast any other skills, it's something you really want to consider. Lastly, this only doubles the hit damage. It doesn't double damage over time. That's just due to the mechanics of double damage and how that works as a stat in Path of Exile. So, how are you going to get this? As I say, it's a rare drop in Grand Heists. It is not an easy item to find, and it's going to be in very hot demand in 3.15. I think this is actually going to be a true chase unique in 3.15. It's going to be a major payoff if you see it when you are running a Grand Heist that has gems as rewards. And if you're not someone that's looking to run a lot of heists yourself, maybe you don't like the content, then in that case, your best bet is going to simply be to trade for it. But it will replace one of the gems. So instead of seeing 5 different displays that each contain an alternate quality gem, you will see 4 of those plus 1 Crest of Desire. One other thing, there's a bit of discussion that's been had on some of the discords around streamers. There's a bit of suspicion that that Crest of Desire tends to drop clustered. And what I mean by that is that if you see one of them in one wing of a Grand Heist, there seems to be a very strong bias towards getting a second one in that Grand Heist as well. Which, if you're in solo self-found, isn't particularly good. Although this is the sort of item that does corrupt well, being a helmet with a lot of buffs to socketed gems. But if you're in a trade league, that is just fantastic news. Okay, that's all I got on Crest of Desire. It's a really simple item. It's really powerful. Everyone forgot it existed. You shouldn't forget it exists. You should probably consider using it in 3.15 because this is going to solve all your mana problems. This is going to provide you with all of the power that you would have had from an old school 6 link, and it's going to come in the cost of your helmet slot, which is a pretty significant slot, but I think it's something that you can manage. Comments and questions below. Otherwise, may your Valobs have interesting results, and try not to brick too many Crests of Desire with them.